What's good? What's good? Finally getting around to making a YouTube video here. Finally doing it. I think I posted one yesterday. Let me move this globe and get that America view. You can see like the bottom of them. You can see like middle America, like after Mexico, a little bit at the top there. Just keep it there. Yeah, getting around to making a video finally. Last video I was saying, will we ever get to the work shortages part? Because I was like kind of just rambling on different stuff. But now this one is that part. So now we're at that part. I think I would intersperse like the Schoolboy Q and Kanye West song in there, but YouTube is absolutely destroying this swagger, as you could probably tell on my last video if you watched the whole thing. I don't know how it ended up being, but I had to trim the thing because I had The Word by the Beatles off of the Rubber Soul album from 1965. That's like one of my favorite songs of all time. The Word, 1965 Beatles Rubber Soul, but yeah, I had that at the end of my video, but then I just couldn't do that at all. They were like, no one will be able to see your video if I kept that on, so I had to like literally do the trim this segment part before I uploaded it on YouTube. So I just had to literally completely cut it out. It wasn't even just like copyright claim, you can still run, like you can still do the video. That's how it normally is. It was only for that last video and then the Led Zeppelin when I tried to do a bit back when I tried to have Traveling Riverside Blues. Those ones literally, they were like, no one will be able to see your video. I'm like, dang, you kidding me? I mean, it is what it is, man. But yeah, The Word, that song. Listen to that song. Oh yeah, that Rush song. I listened to that. One of you commenters were telling me to listen to that Rush song, Working Man. I'll try to post that one at the end of one of my videos soon enough, and we'll see if I can get that one on, or if it's just like no one will see your video. Because I like that song. It's a pretty good song. It'll probably take a few more listens for it to grow on me. But I like the song. I like some of the lyrics. Like the next few listens, I'll probably start listening to some of the instrumentation in the background more. But yeah, okay. So now we're gonna talk about the labor shortage stuff. Man, yeah, we'll just get to that. There's like a bunch of shit I could probably talk about, but I'm gonna try to just post more frequently now. So we'll see how. Hopefully I can get to some of the other stuff. But this one, as promised, labor shortages. And I said in the last video how I was talking to one of my coworkers, the cook. She was like at the old folks home that I work at. She was saying how the shortages, because she's up to date with the labor shortages. I mean, she definitely probably doesn't know much about mgtow. I didn't ask her, obviously. But, and she's kind of, I don't want to give too much information. Obviously, you guys don't know where I work at or whatever, but, like, she probably, like most people, doesn't really know about mgtow. I mean, she probably knows about feminism because, I mean, that's kind of just been, that's been a thing for a long time in our society, so like I'm pretty sure she knows about that. I mean, is she a feminist? I don't know. Did she used to be? Who knows? Maybe. I didn't know her. But I mean, she's a cool person in my opinion. Like, even, whether she was or not, she seems pretty cool to me. Although, I know why cooks now. I know why Gordon Ramsay in terms of Hell's Kitchen and all that shit. Like why cooks get angry. Obviously, Gordon Ramsay. I mean, I hope he exaggerates that thing because I don't think he would have lived this long if he wasn't exaggerating and doing it for TV. I'm pretty sure he was like doing most of that shit for TV, but like, I mean, he probably gets somewhat irritated and kind of mad at least sometimes, like when he was actually a cook, like before he got that TV show, because I could just see it happen on a small scale just where I work, like how the cooks get mad because they have to have all this timing shit in their head. And then the servers are like giving them orders from like the people who want food. And then, they're like having all this crap, especially because we have like they cook a lot of the meals for people throughout the whole building. So it's like they have to cook for upstairs, they gotta cook for downstairs, they gotta cook for like memory care and shit. And it's like they have to have all that timing shit in their head. They're like, oh, I thought this was gonna take an hour. It takes like half an hour. I'm like, that sucks. I'm just gonna go take more orders and like give you more stacks of paper, like more orders to fill, and like I'll try to help you prep dessert or some shit, you know, like because I can't cook. Dang, yeah. So that's hilarious. So I can see kind of why they get mad, and especially if they're working at like a 5-star restaurant or something where you have literally lines of cooks. Like my buddy's a cook, and he's telling me how he's talking about like the sous chef, the lead chef, the executive chef, the line chef. So I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? And then on top of that, they have like the whole other people in the kitchen. They have like multiple types of chefs in one kitchen. I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, that's the difference between like 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. I'm like, yo. I was like, dang, that's crazy, man. So I could see, especially if you're in one of those bigger kitchens, why you'd be getting mad. Because even in this smaller scale stuff, the chefs have to have all this shit in their head. And then people are on top of that judging their food. Like judging the cooking, man. That's intense. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, fuck, where was I going with that? But like, yeah, so the chef, she was talking about how the labor shortages, how they would abate because the like little's $300 or whatever the amount is. I think in California at least it's like $300 that they'll give you if like you have kids or whatever. Like, I don't know if my parents would be getting it. I don't know if it's just like dependents under a certain age or like literally kids like under 18 that you would be getting money if you know I mean, I don't know, like I don't, to be honest, like I don't really want to say because I don't really know the stipulations, but it's like just I think if you just have a kid, period, probably under the age of 18, like if you just have a kid, like you're getting 300 a month or something. I mean, at least obviously there's people getting way more like due to various circumstances, as we know, like in the red pill space. But like I think literally if you like apply for it, you get like $300 if you just have like a kid. And then she said that's gonna be ending. So because of that, people are gonna have to work. Like I don't really know her reasoning behind that, but maybe she has like a wealth of knowledge that I don't, just from like because she's older than me. I mean, I don't want to give you too many details, obviously you don't know where I work, but like she's like not my age necessarily. So she has like a wealth of experience and like, but also like for me, she doesn't know jack shit probably about like mgtow. Maybe she does, but like I didn't ask her. But I highly doubt it. I highly doubt most people know about that kind of thing. But like, so she doesn't really. But I'm pretty sure she's like noticed birth rates and shit. I don't know. You never really know what type of thing people are aware of, or that matter to people. On top of that, like, because they could be aware, but like it doesn't really matter, so like they don't really go into like the like more nuance of it because like they don't really care in the first place. So like it's like you never really know what's important to people. So I don't know if she's noticed birth rates maybe within her own family or society at large, you know like I don't know if she's aware of like the generations in terms of X, boomers, millennials, Gen Z, silent generation, or whatever. And like kind of some of like the social dynamics going on with that. I don't know how much she, one, knows about those things separately, or two, puts them together. So when she was talking about the $300 child credit, maybe she does have a point. Maybe that's something I don't see yet. But I was like, okay, I don't know how much that has to do with the fact that just the incentive to work is not there. I don't know, even if people didn't get $300. Oh shit, sorry. I have my bottle of Henny that you can't see in the video because I try to center it on my globe more because I think that's a cooler prop. But I might get the bottle of Henny that's like on my stack of books here. I might get that in other videos, like later on. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if that really, like, what does that have to do with the fact that there's like no real incentive to work, and then also, even if you do, things are done a certain way that if you're not doing it that way, you're not even really going to be invited to work on more things, so you almost kind of have to do things on your own if you want, which is work, honestly. Like, I forgot if I said this earlier in the video, but like, this YouTube channel is kind of harder than my jobs, but I'm getting paid for that. So it's like, I'm getting paid literally way more, at least at the beginning. I think, in all honesty, this will probably, like, I'm not even really trying to, but that would be cool if I'm like, I think, I think it's just kind of inevitable, that I need to stop sabotaging it, right? So there's that, but I think there will be, I think, there will be some good things happening, in terms of like the long term on the channel, but like, I'm not really trying to rush it or anything. I just kind of want to, that's like a whole thing I could talk about, but that's not the topic of this video. But basically, the point I wanted to make on that was, there's a lot of work that's being done that's like, people might not be getting paid, or they're getting paid in different ways, and then that's work that they may kind of want to do. Like, I don't really, so it's like, but it's harder, and that's like harder than the job I have, which I'm getting paid. It's like, where was I going with that? Like, it's just the incentive to do certain types of work that, that's like not, I don't know how to say it, but with no, if the dude, like, with lack of families, it's like, what kind of work's going to be done, for one thing. And then on top of that, because there's like a lot of hard work to be done, but okay, one, with less people around, how many people are going to be doing that type of work? And then two, if it's really hard to do and there's no incentive to like do it, that's beyond money and beyond like social pressure, I guess. Like, I don't really know. I feel like I'm making it hard because I haven't posted. I feel like I haven't posted in a while, so I'm trying to like say more than is necessary to just get my point across. But I just feel like there's other reasons for the labor shortage that are going to keep going. So it's not like all of a sudden, hey, the millennials are going to have a bunch of kids. It's like, no, that's not, I don't know what the average age, like the age of the average millennial is, but I know the average age of the US in general is like almost 40. It's like 30, like 35 plus last time I checked. I mean, I want to say 37 or 38, but like, I haven't like really looked at exact numbers. That's just like a few things I've read that have said that. But it's like, it's not like all of a sudden they're going to start having kids. And then like generation, it's like the younger people, it's not like we've been trained. The thing is, like, you gotta be trained. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here now, because like, I feel like I've talked enough already. But at some point, you kind of have to be trained to do certain things. It's like, okay, people used to take home economics classes. That wasn't a thing when I was in high school. People used to do that shit in high school. They used to have some kind of training. From what I know, a lot of people, like, we've been spending 6 to 8 hours in school or whatever from an early age. So it's like, and then by the time people are in their mid-20s, that's when they're getting out of school these days, if you want like good jobs and things like that. So it's like, what kind of training, which isn't bad, it is what it is, but just like, what kind of training are people getting? So it's not like all of a sudden things that we weren't necessarily trained to do, like, we're going to start doing immediately. We might do it eventually, but just immediately, I don't know. So like that's in terms of the kids thing, and then also, you guys already know you've been taking in this content. Maybe in some cases, some of you've been taking in this content longer than me, so you already know about incentives to work and stuff like that. But yeah, man, let me just get out of here. Screw. Like I got some video games to play. I need to start uploading those videos. Like ultimately things are kind of chill, and that's kind of why I don't really want to go too deep into in this video too, because like man, I've already talked about this stuff so often in the past, man. It is what it is, man. But labor shortages, that's, I just wanted to talk about that. Shit, go back to my other videos on labor shortages if you want like a more concise, and I think I scripted a couple of them. It's like if you want a more concise and like whatever perspective on that, like I'm just like I'm too chillin' to really like right now to really like give you, and I like a day's work, man. Like my mind isn't as sharp. I can't like give you that sharp, concise perspective that I did last year though. I did that shit last year, so go check that shit out, man. Yeah, man, we're just chilling for now, but like let me get out of here. Next time I'll have some candy. Some Mike and Ike's, man. We'll see if we get them 2-pound bags, man. But alright, I'll catch y'all later. Peace out. Oh, fuck. Dang. That bottle, man, that bottle. Alright, peace.